everyone, I wanted to do a really quick, easy tutorial that I just kind of came up with off the top of my head. It's featuring 3 products from the Archie Girls collection and just a couple other things. They're not all new. I mean, you could do this with anything, but this is just what I'm going to use for it. And this is like a really easy like Valentine's Day tutorial, or I wear this to work. This is like my everyday kind of like work makeup because I usually have to be at work between 5 and 7, usually 7 at the very latest. So I need to get ready quick in the morning. Like I usually have 5 minutes or less. So this is like the bare minimum makeup kind of tutorial. You know, it's not very complicated. There's only one brush involved. I mean, you could use, of course, you could add more if you had more time, or you could wear this anytime. I think it would be a really simple, sweet Valentine's Day look. But, alright, start off. Oh, and my skin type is combination to oily, but mostly oily, especially on my nose and chin. I get really oily. But the thing is that where I work, you know, I'm always kind of running around, and no matter what, I'm going to get oily no matter what I wear. So since I'm not going to have time to powder or touch up during the day, I just completely skip foundation, and like I'll wash my face and moisturize, but that's about it because I just don't have time for foundation and touch-ups. But what I do but what I do to kind of like wake me up, because usually I'm waking up at 4:30 to get ready for work. So this L'Oreal Magic Lumi is a no joke lifesaver. It is like a life-changing experience to put this thing on at 4:30 in the morning because you're gonna feel so much more awake. So to start off, I just kind of click a million times first, and then just kind of dot that on. I already did this side. Yeah, this side's already done. This is the side I'm working on. And my mirror is right here, so I hope I don't do anything weird. And like I said, because this is supposed to be really easy and kind of stress-free, I try to stay away from brushes as much as possible. Because, you know, this is just easy. And just pat that in really nice. Bring it into the inner corner if you want. It doesn't matter. We're just going to put stuff over that anyway. So that is it for my skin, or for, you know, face products other than blush and highlighter. So moving on to eyes. I am so excited that I found these. I didn't think I was going to be able to find them. They are the new Maybelline 24-Hour Metal Tattoos. This one is number 55, inked in pink. And I didn't think I was going to be able to find them because the fall collection that came out, my stores didn't get it. I went to Walmart, Target, CVS, Walgreens. We just did not have it. And this one is 50 or 70 in Barely Branded. Oh my gosh, I love this. It's so pretty. And I'm pretty positive they changed the formula on these because they did not used to be this creamy. They're, you know, just as pigmented as the other ones were. Just do this really quick. There's Barely Branded. And I mean, one thing that they really changed is not the pigmentation, but just like the consistency of them. I know this is kind of turning into like a review now, but like the consistency of them is so different than the other ones. I feel like they're so much smoother, and I don't know, like, oh, they blend so much easier than the other ones. And I love the other ones. You know, I have a whole bunch of the colors, but oh my gosh, these are so gorgeous. So starting off with Barely Branded, I'm going to put this on my, what side am I working on? This side. On my inner corner, bring it up a little bit onto the lid. And, I mean, if you wanted to keep it really simple, even more simple than what I'm doing, you could just use this one color. But I got both of them at the same time, so I really wanted to try them out. And I really like how they look together. I think they look really natural. And since Valentine's Day is coming up, you know, the inked in pink is a pink color, so I think it's kind of Valentine's Day appropriate. Plus, I'm also going to set them with something that's going to make the color pop a little bit better. The pink color is going to make pop a little bit better. That's using one of the Archie products. I'm going to actually use that one for 2 different things. So there's that. And then, you know, other than There, eyeshadows are done. So then the next thing I'm going to do is this is the Fascinating Eye Kohl by MAC. My suggestion for this is don't just like rub it in, because this will come out white and you will look creepy. That is all I'm saying. No offense if anyone likes that look, but I don't. This is just really subtle. It really helps to open the eyes again. You know, really makes you look more awake, and also kind of gives that nice like oops, sorry, my computer died. It gives that really nice doll-eyed look, you know, like, I don't know, I just think it's really flirty, especially for like, if you want to do this as a Valentine's Day tutorial, go ahead and do that. It's a very natural one, but this, I mean, I recommend this just for any time. It doesn't have to be this color necessarily. I would actually prefer either a nude or a pinky champagne color, but since I already had pink and champagne on my eyes, I wanted to do white because I just thought it would stand out a little bit more. Sorry, still learning how to stay in frame. Alright. That's that. You can see that right there. Just wanted to kind of pull my eye open so that you could see. I really didn't put very much, just a wee bit. Okay. Now moving on to the top lash line. This is from the Archie collection. It's the Lured It Up. What's it called again? Pearl Glide Intense Eyeliner. It is really intense and it's really creamy. I'm just going to take this on my outer corners just a little bit, just to kind of add a little bit more flirtiness or whatever. Smudge that just a tiny bit, barely. Okay. And I'm kind of combining two different mascaras today. This one, as you can see how well loved it is, because you can barely read the name anymore. It's a Maybelline Colossal. I love this mascara. I think it's so good. I think it's actually comparable to the Bad Gal Lash, which I like. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a good mascara, but I think it's really overpriced. And I think you can find duplicates, you know, with a lot of different things. But yeah, this mascara is at the very end of its life, so I just kind of have to scrape in there and get out whatever I can. That bad boy out. And this one really does add a lot of volume. If it got brighter just now, it's because I am holding my mirror and I just pulled it up towards me. And like I said, I'm just going for like a doll-eyed effect, and so that's why I'm really going to load it up on the bottom lashes. And this one is Maybelline, another Maybelline one. Wow, I didn't even realize. The Line Stiletto, lash stiletto mascara. And I really don't think this one's talked about very much. But if you're really someone who needs length, I don't really need length that much. I just kind of like them to look separated and like flared. But if you need length, this buddy will just zoom your lashes up. Put a little bit more over here too. So moving on to face, I use the Betty blush today in Cream Soda, and I think that this looks really peach. I don't know if that's just me. Like, look, that looks peach, right? Or like almost like a baby orange, but it does not come across peach. It comes across like, you know, pretty much straight up pink. And I'm just using like a no-name blush, or, you know, whatever brush. This might be an e.l.f. one, but it doesn't say e.l.f. on there. And then just, oh shoot, what side am I doing? This one. No, this one. Just kidding. That was funny. I like to concentrate it up front first to kind of get most of the product out over here, and then just, you know, kind of shoot it up there a little bit. and I think it gives a really nice glow. You don't even need to add highlighter onto this. You can see that sheen that it gives right there, but I like to add highlighter anyway because I really like, you know, glowy, and I really like I really like the effect it gives. So I'm using the Flatter Me blush also from the Archie collection. I kind of wanted to incorporate, you know, an everyday work tutorial or an easy Valentine's Day tutorial with the Archie collection so that, you know, it doesn't have to be two separate videos. Just gonna really like it on the temples. If you've never put a lot of, you know, concentrated a good bit of your highlighter on your temples, I really suggest trying it out. I really think it just kind of brings light to your whole face. It also helps to naturally contour you without you having to add a bronzer. A little bit down the bridge of my nose. A little bit on my chin, not very much because I do get pretty oily. And that's it for blush and highlighter. Oh, actually, one more thing. I said that I was going to multi-purpose a product, and this is the product I'm going to multi-purpose. Take a clean finger. Let me clean mine off really quick with my little wipe. Clean finger, taking just this color, just like the main color. Just tap that on, and tap that just into the inner corners of your eyes, right over where you put Barely Branded. Because what that's going to do is it's going to set it. It's going to, like the, you know, Maybelline Color Tattoos, I do think need a little bit more staying power. I don't believe that they are 24 hours. So then what I'm going to do is go back in with just the heart, because this is not, obviously it's not the same color as the Inked in Pink, but it's really going to make the pink pop because they're really close. So that's what it looks like now. And could you tell that the pink made it, you know, the pink from the heart made it pop just a little bit more? Sorry, I have like a furry right there. So yeah, I think this looks really great. Last thing is lips. You could do eyebrows if you wanted to. I just have the Revlon Brow Fantasy. It's amazing. I could do my eyebrows in like 10-15 seconds. The one I'm using right now is actually not my color. This is the brunette one. I actually use the dark brown, but I actually think that this one might be better for just a daytime look. This one doesn't look as filled in. Okay, and then the very last thing is my lip combo, and I'm combining these two things. This is the MAC Cream Sheen and Heart to Heart. I don't know if this was limited edition. I got this from the Glamour Days collection. I don't believe it is, but someone, if you know, leave me a comment if you know if it's limited edition or not, because I would love to have a backup of this. Like, I still have plenty left, as you can see, but I mean, it's just an amazing pink color. And then on top of that, I am putting Lust for blush. To be honest, don't really love this. The color payoff is great, the formula is great, the smell is great. The color, though, is not a great color for me. I'll show you, even though it already has a little bit of pink on it from the Heart to Heart. So I think it's a little bit too light for me, but I'm making it work. Just put a little bit of that on. Dab some Heart to Heart. And that is it. So I'm sorry this is a little bit longer than I wanted it to be, but it's really easy. I just really like to talk, and I hope someone out there likes to listen. If you do, please subscribe. Please leave me some recommendations for new things I should try. I would love to review things. I might do just a review on the Color Whisperers by themselves if anyone wants to see it. If anything here you want to review for by itself, let me know. I do have a whole bunch of the other color tattoos, not the metal ones, because I didn't really like the other ones, but you know, let me know about any tutorials you want me to do or anything, because I'm really open to suggestions. You know, I'm just starting out my channel, but I hope, you know, someone out there likes me and will subscribe, and I hope you all have a great day and a great Valentine's Day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!